Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at the English and languages block. We call it modern foreign languages. So in here you'll be doing your English lessons as well as any French, German or Spanish. I think your year are going to be learning French to start off. Now we're going to start off in here on the second floor. That's because it's where your tutor base will be. So after you've come in and registered in the hall, you'll probably end up in one of these classrooms. So let's go take a look. We're now at the first floor of English, and this is going to be where your tutor bases are. We're going to have a look at E2.2 now, which is a typical English classroom. So as we go through, you notice some excellent displays and lots of help on the walls for you. Now in English, we're kind of split into two categories here, of English literature and English language. In English language, you'll learn about reading and writing and how to use proper grammar and all the typical things that you sense when you do English at school now. But we also move into literature, where you'll study Shakespeare and you'll study other books and look at what the authors mean and what they were trying to get across. So it's a really exciting subject if you're into stories. Hola, here we are in one of the Spanish classrooms. You might notice from the Spanish flag behind me. So these rooms in the same block is where we study the Spanish, French and German. And so it links really nicely with English in terms of the use of grammar and the vocabulary and linking those together for learning about languages and how they develop and such. I know that the teachers in MFL use some really great techniques. They use lots of videos, lots of games. I've seen things being thrown around the room to try and teach everything by, so it's a really exciting subject. Now this is a really important place. This is Mrs. Hodgson's office, the Year 7 leader. So when you start here, Mrs. Hodgson will be looking after you on a day-to-day basis. And if you've got any problems, this is where you come. It's on the second floor of the English block.
Hello, my name is Miss Smith and I'm really excited to welcome you guys to MRIC and especially into the science block. So today I'm going to show you some of the things that you might get up to when coming to MRIC to study science. So we look at chemistry, physics and biology. So chemistry is a study of kind of the atoms, compounds, everything that makes up everything around us. You're going to be looking at pH using the universal indicator. You may have done some of this at primary school, but you're going to also learn more about the chemicals and the solutions that you're using. You'll also learn how to make crystals using the Bunsen Burner, and I'll show you now actually how to light the Bunsen Burner. This is one of the first things that you'll do when you come to join us at MRIC. You'll do this in Year 7. So if I just hold this in front. And there we go. So you've got your yellow flame, your safety flame, and then all we have to do is turn this and you'll get your heating flame, which you probably can't see in the video, but that's what you'll be using to heat your substances. Okay, I'll just turn this off. So chemistry is all about your chemicals, your atoms, your compounds around you. Physics is physics is everything. I would say that as a physics teacher, but mainly we study matter and its motion, forces, energy, everything that comprises things around us. For example, over here we've actually got a Geiger tube. So this detects radiation. At the moment I don't have any ionising radiation, but you'll see that the counter's going up because of background radiation, and you'll learn all about that. You'll also learn how we use ionising radiation in everyday items such as fire alarms, which is very, very cool. We'll also have some bigger pieces of equipment. I haven't plugged this in right now because it's very, very noisy, but it's an air track. Okay, it uses air to remove the friction so we can study crashes and collisions. Okay, so we would model two cars crashing into each other and look at conservation of momentum as well as kinetic energy and that sort of thing. We've also got circuits. You'll learn how to build your circuits, turn on your light bulb, use switches, using light-dependent resistors. For one I've got set up at the moment, has a motor on it which lifts these weights. Okay, so you'll learn about the energy changes taking place here, not only as the system, but also as the current flows around the circuit. And then moving on into biology, which is a study of life and living organisms. You'll learn more about how plants respire and photosynthesize. You'll be able to make your own bacterial cultures on agar plates. You'll also learn how to use a microscope and make your own microscope slides. We normally do this with the inside of your mouth using a cheek cell slide, and you'll be able to look at that on your microscope. And you'll learn more about the body and how it functions, and make simple models yourself that shows you how the lungs work. Okay, so there's lots of things for you to come and do at MRIC, and we're super excited to have you.